Everybody online, looking good.
A companion podcast to the collaborative blog and gaming community that's playing as life allows. This is Multiplaying.
Well, let's start the insanity.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello?
Great heavens! What kind of radio show is this?
Welcome back to Multiplaying. This is episode 83, take 3.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is bound to be a lost podcast, I swear to God. Lost episode, at least. Third time's a charm, 83. Here we go. Brian, what you drinking tonight?
Gin and tonic.
Really?
Yep, again.
I actually saw a fake image or ad or whatever you want to call it. Not a fake image, but a fake ad for gin and tonic today. And I was like, you know what? I've never had a gin and tonic.
What?
No. Well, dude, I'm not a huge drinker, so.
No, that's true. But it's just one of those things that someone must have shoved into your hand at one time, you know, when you're walking around. So they're delicious and refreshing.
All right, I have to have one sometime.
Although some people call it panty remover, like they stay away from gin. The manly men kind of think of gin as a woman's drink.
Oh,
but fuck them. So.
Well, I don't currently wear panties, so I don't have any fear of losing them. But Rare, what do you have tonight, my
Just
good man?
Gatorade, but I actually got back from going out to a restaurant. It was good.
Yeah.
Had some food. Yep.
What'd you get?
I didn't actually get a drink, but I got a Southwest Mexican burger, and it was delicious.
But seeing as you are 21 now,
I could have gotten a drink.
you could have gotten a drink, and you're going to go out tonight after the podcast.
Yeah, gonna go hang with some buddies.
All right, enjoy. What are you planning on drinking?
I have no idea.
Whatever's there.
Yeah, basically.
Awesome. I have Jack Squat. I have Mountain Dew Throwback. So yay! I don't know. I'm lame tonight, but we will move on from the lame. What?
Actually, did you guys ever get? I don't know why this popped into my head. This was like 15 years ago. There was a drink that, at least in Canada, came out, and of course we get fucked up drinks over here. But
Oh yeah.
this drink was like a pop kind of drink, and it was in a weird bottle, and it had little I don't know what to call them. They were like little balls of like jelly that were in them, and it was called. Oh, what was it called? Orbits. Was it? No, it wasn't Orbits. Was it?
I think it was. That sounds about right. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I never had it.
It was the grossest thing. It was like those little balls would get like, because I used to work at a record store, and so we got like 5 cases of this shit to hand out to our customers.
I heard it was like drinking soda with tapioca like things in it.
Exactly. Excuse me. It was
you just got some in your mouth, didn't
you? It was like, you know when you like have a little piece of meat stuck in your teeth or something like that? That's what it was like. It was like getting little bits of meat stuck in your teeth as you were drinking.
So gross.
Yep.
I do remember that stuff, but I never had it. Yeah.
I had a T-shirt from the same promo that I wore probably until like last year.
Oh Jesus. You finally grow out of it.
Yeah, holes started forming.
Oh,
and then my wife finally threw it out.
Only shirt that I have, we're going to get way tangential. The only shirt that I have that I regularly wear with holes is my Bob Ross shirt.
That's awesome. You have a Bob Ross shirt?
Hell yeah. Has a picture of him on the front, says Happy Trees.
Did he paint it?
No, I wish. But I do quite regularly watch episodes of The Joy of Painting at night when I want to just kind of like knock myself out. So
yeah, for sure. That's one of those.
That's so relaxing.
Yep. Anyway.
Rest in peace, Bob. Moving on. We're going to do a quick topic before we get into what we've been playing. Let's see. You may have heard Mass Effect 3. It's coming out very, very soon. Next month, no doubt. A couple weeks. It's going to have day 1 DLC. You're saying whatever or boo or... Yeah. The kicker with the day 1 DLC, at least for me, is that it really... There's kind of a 2-part thing with me, but I'll get into my side of it once we get going on the discussion. This has some potentially interesting stuff, which I don't know if I want to spoil on the podcast if you're trying to stay spoiler free. But if you want the DLC, on day one. You can get it free if you bought the collector's edition, or it'll cost you $10. At first, when I was raging a lot about it at first, but then I was toned down a little bit, but I'm still skeptical. Casey Hudson, who works for BioWare, says that this content was created after the game was finished, and they finished the game early in January, I believe he said. Yeah. But regardless of when this DLC was made, if it was made after the game was finished or if it was made during the development cycle, do you guys, Brian and Rare, do you believe that it was a bad move on BioWare's part to offer this on day one?
I'll go first.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think it was a terrible idea. And, you know, the only thing I have to say to prove it was a bad idea is that people are pissed. You don't want to piss off your customers, and there is a large portion of customers who are pissed. Mm-hmm. And if it was handled properly, you wouldn't have anyone who's angry. So whether or not people are angry for a valid reason or a reason that's not valid, point is that they're angry, and so someone screwed up. Right. As for how valid that anger is, I think it's fairly valid. I think that when somebody plunks down their $60, you know, and that's an expensive game, so it's you expect to get a complete product. You don't want to feel like you're missing out on something when you're already spending a bunch of money for something. And this particular content is so enticing, and so it seems like it's going to be so integral to the experience that you're going to feel like you're missing out if you don't buy it.
Which, and in the end, it might not be. It might be something very fluffy and kind of... but I don't know. It may not be very integral to the actual story that you play through the game, which I'm sure it's not to some degree, because or else they wouldn't be selling it separately at all, because that would just kill the game. But it's, as a person myself, as a fan of the series, and I see what is being given in this DLC, it is very enticing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't want to pass up on it.
Yeah, I think most people are going to feel that way, and I think that's what they were counting on, and I think that's a kind of a shitty thing to do to your fan base who have supported, you know, this new game, this new IP for the last 4 years. You know, 5. Yeah. Anyway,
I don't remember. I'm horrible with dates.
Yeah, me too. But I think it's kind of shitting on them. I think it's kind of taking advantage of their loyalty and their love of your work. I think.
Well, especially after the Mass Effect 2, the Day 1 DLC was available to anyone that paid full price for the game,
which I think worked. Like that made sense.
That was great.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think the difference between that one and this one, potentially, again, we don't know what exactly is in this DLC so far, but as far as amount of content. But the stuff that came free in 2, there wasn't a lot of content there. I mean, it wasn't...
Zaid was a side character, and it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, here's this extra dude, and then here's this extra mission, and it wasn't like... I would have been mad if I paid for that.
Yeah.
So, the hope is with this DLC is that you'll get your $10 worth.
I think, though, they went a little too far. I think this particular DLC, this content, and I'm trying not to give away any spoilers, but I think this particular bunch of stuff that they're giving is DLC is too far. It's too good. And I know that sounds like a stupid argument, but I think that they could have improved on it without making it feel so...
It's an integral part of the first 2 games. That's the problem.
And if they launched it even a month afterwards, I don't think there would be as much of a problem. But to have it at the same time, it's just, yeah.
So I think we're skipping over Rare largely.
That's okay.
What's your opinion on it?
I think the key issue is timing. Like when you do it on the first day and say, "Oh, we just wanted to give it to you so you could have more stuff," that's great, but you're charging me $10. Right. I mean, it's a pretty blatant money grab on the first day of, here's a $60 product. Oh, wait, it's actually $70 if you want the entire game. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, smile.
And to be like to play devil's advocate, you could say, well, you don't have to buy that day one. You can wait and play the game and see, okay, maybe I'll just pick it up later, which is totally valid.
But perception is everything.
Exactly. There was a discussion on, I put a blog post up and there was a post on the forums, and I feel kind of bad that we don't have like John or Jason or anybody else here to argue the other side of it, because I think we, or at least the people on the podcast today, are all kind of on the side of not really agreeing with what they did. But I know like John, especially on the forums, is vocal that he doesn't see the problem in it.
The problem is, like, it's hard for us to play that part because none of us intrinsically agree with that side. We all just kind of think it's bull crap. So it's hard to play devil's advocate when you don't share that ideal.
I think for people who don't feel like $60 or $70 is a big deal, and also people who had already anticipated on spending that much, for them it's like, great, I don't have to wait, and I'm going to get this stuff, and good on them, and the rest of you can just screw off, and that's cool. I understand that. I just think that if I'm in EA's sort of spot, I think if I had foreseen this properly, I would have said, let's wait a month so we don't piss anybody off. 1 month to come out with great DLC is still a pretty amazing sort of thing. Yeah. And so, yeah. I mean, back to Rare's point, the perception is everything, because what I kind of the point that I brought up a couple times is that the thing I didn't get, that why they even went through with this, is that if you look back to Dragon Age Origins that had day one DLC, that pissed people off. Yeah.
It's like, why didn't they remember that? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they don't care. That's the other thing, is maybe
maybe they got enough people that bought it.
Yeah.
That they said, whatever.
Yep, for all the bitching, you guys.
I mean, the collector's edition is sold out.
Yeah.
So
of Mass Effect?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. I haven't even checked to see if it's still available, but that's...
From what I've heard, it's sold out. I think I saw some Bioware employees say that, but I mean, I know. Can I do one little spoiler? Just like a minute-long spoiler section?
Quick spoiler.
Okay. So if you want to not
cover
hear this,
your
just
ears for
go
about
forward
2
a minute.
minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, if you didn't already know, the DLC guy's a Prothean, and apparently he's Jamaican.
What?
Yeah.
Jamaican?
Yeah. And I was like, wait, really? So I'm almost kind of like laughing, like, I'm kind of glad I'm not buying this DLC because they made a Prothean Jamaican. That's what someone's told me. I have no idea if it's true or not.
No,
this is like a past is promise.
Well, we have yet to see or hear a Prothean, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one's ever been alive before. I was like, there's no way they made a Prothean Jamaican, though.
Did George Lucas have something to do with it?
Who knows, man?
I think somebody might be trolling that. I hope so.
I hope so. But I mean, it's just day one. You don't do it on day one. Right. You can have the best intentions of, we just want to give this to you so you can enjoy the game more, but it doesn't seem that way.
Right. And keep covering your ears if you've come back prematurely, but I'm assuming that the Prothean is a companion character, because there's probably... No. I'm assuming that he is because there's Protheans in the game. Like, regularly. Like, even if you didn't buy this DLC, I'm assuming that because they already have this Prothean as a companion character, that you're going to run into them in Mass Effect 3 anyways.
See, you would think that, and I would certainly hope so, because, like, my main issue is, like, well, if he's the only one, that's a whole lot of, like, lore and stuff that is really integral to the game that wouldn't be explained to me. So that's why I was really mad. I'm like, I'm going to miss out on this because I'm not going to pay $10 for this DLC.
But I'm assuming that he's only there as DLC because...
He's a companion?
As a DLC companion, because there's going to be other ones in the game anyways that you're probably going to converse with.
I would certainly hope you're right.
That's a big assumption on my part, but it seems logical at least.
I mean, I guess we'll find out one way or the other. I think if you're right, then... arguably this really isn't as big of a deal, other than the whole day one is still a dumb idea. But at least from a lore perspective, we get our money's worth. But if that's not the case, it's like,
I don't doubt that you'll still get your money's worth, but I had started to say before the podcast started, the game's probably still going to totally be worth $60
Mm-hmm.
without the DLC, but I want that DLC, and I don't want to spend $70 on the game. I'm already kind of tight. I'm already tight with my money anyways, as far as games. I don't like spending $60 on a game if I don't have to. So what I'm going to do, I'm not like boycotting the game or anything. I just don't want to pay full price for it. So I'm going to wait until the price drops enough that I can say, okay, the game with the DLC for $50, that's a better price point for me personally. So,
which is how I've purchased the last 2 Mass Effects. So
right, and I love Mass Effect, but I just I don't. This doesn't.
Don't love that price point.
I don't like that price point. I don't want to see $70 games that soon.
Nope.
Yeah. Anyways, we can go into further speculation of EA's using this as a test bed to say, okay, it's $70 up front, good price for a game. How many people are going to buy this?
I mean, I went on the BioWare forums because I enjoy reading flames and hatred, and someone
sit
actually
back
made
and
the
laugh
argument,
with your popcorn.
Yeah, exactly. But someone actually made the argument of, oh, this is just a price increase due to inflation, and I was like, are you kidding me? This is their most profitable series in years. The idea that they have to raise their price because of inflation, and I'm doing air quotes right now, is ridiculous.
Yeah, by like 15%.
Right.
You know, that's crazy.
That's higher than cost of living increases.
No. Anyways, we'll move on though.
Yep.
But real quick before we do, I did look on Amazon real quick. They still have it available on Amazon. So on the collector's edition, I thought I saw.
Oh, do they? Well, there you go.
So. I mean, you know what?
Maybe it's just like, is it the box version or the digital version?
You know what? It might have been the digital that I saw. I will, for you people, and this may not be applicable by the time.
Gonna go that extra mile?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? Uh-oh. You're right, Rare. It's not.
Oh, no. The box version's sold out.
Box version's gone.
You'll never get your trinkets. No.
Mass Effect 3 Collector's Edition is gone.
Still have my SWTOR box right here under the cabinet.
Yeah.
It's $150.
It's Digital Deluxe. I wonder if... Yeah, Digital Deluxe says it's still available, though.
Yeah. I mean, didn't they try and do that with the digital version of SWTOR? They're like, oh, the digital version's all sold out. And everyone was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's a digital product.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll never be buying another boxed version of anything.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Nope.
I'm all visual.
I say that, and then all of a sudden, the game of my dreams will come out with some awesome piece that comes in the box, and I'll buy it. But barring that, I don't think I'll ever purchase another physical, even any physical copy of a game.
And you don't play console games much, do you?
No, I don't. My Xbox died, and I don't care.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it did. There's no video coming through, so.
Well, goddamn.
You're
a PC gamer now, man.
I am.
It's official.
It's official.
I do have a quick question before we
My
move
jacket came in the mail.
Here's a membership card. But in regards to BioWare, and this was just something I was thinking about, do you think you'll get Dragon Age 3 as a result of this? Not so much like boycotting BioWare, but putting together the fact that I didn't really like Dragon Age 2 and the recent crazy monetization of BioWare games. How do you feel about the idea of Dragon Age 3?
I've never even played Dragon Age 2.
Me neither.
Oh, snap. There you go.
Yeah. I liked Dragon Age 1 a lot, but they BioWareized it after 1. So they did the voiceovers. So
Which you've never been a fan of.
Exactly. So as soon as 2 launched and they had the voiceovers, I done. So.
All right. Just a quick question.
Yeah, that's I guess another point with the whole Mass Effect 3 thing. All the shit like the Razer products that you can buy, all the keyboards and mice and stuff.
You can buy a hardware box for your computer, like a shell, and it comes with DLC.
Yeah,
and really?
every piece that you can buy from Razer
buy a hoodie,
comes with
DLC.
It comes with a piece of DLC for the game. Here's a different skin for your gun. Here's this different gun, and it's like what? I don't know.
Kind of ridiculous.
So I feel so hipster, but it's I liked it back when nobody really knew about the game. Not as many people cared about it. I shouldn't say nobody knew about it because Mass Effect's always been kind of a big deal. But
when's the movie supposed to come out?
I don't know.
Probably 2013, I think.
Crazy.
It's gonna be really good though. That's gonna be good. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
By Lionshead Studios with heads of
looking
Marvel
forward
and
to
DC. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Sing it for us, Rare. Alright, we'll move on to what we've been playing.
They're gonna fight! They're gonna fight! I thought Daniel wouldn't fight! He's got no choice! Justin, we must fight to the finish. Fight! Remember, Daniel, son, true strength comes from heart. He's gonna do it!
Discover the secrets of karate with Karate Kid Tri-Action figures.
Concentrate, Daniel, son.
And we'll start with Rare.
Hi.
What you been playing, man?
I have nothing interesting to talk about. I've been playing a crap load of RuneScape with my brother and sister.
Really?
That game is old. Yes. I don't know why. I mean, it's just like, all that game is, honestly, it's just a massive time sink. But for whatever reason, when you're playing with friends, it's just like, I don't mind. Even though you know you're just wasting away, like, fishing a swordfish, and it takes you, like, 15 minutes. You're like, yeah, I got it. It only took me 15 minutes, but I got it. Woo!
It's the journey, man.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been playing the usual stuff, Dust Force, Darksiders, Eve, so I really don't have anything interesting to talk about, unfortunately.
What number of episode are you on for Dust Force, for crying out loud?
I just finished part 37 and 38 today.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm doing one part per level, so
Wow.
there's like 50 levels, so...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Getting there. I'm getting pretty close.
Your YouTube page is blowing up, man.
Woo! Hit 8,000 views today. YouTube
awesome.
money, of which I have none, because I don't monetize my videos, but...
How many videos do you have on there?
I'm coming close to 100. I have 96 right now.
Wow. I don't remember how many we have on the Multiplaying YouTube page, but it's not much.
It gets pretty easy once you start doing it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I actually have some stuff recorded, and I'm in the midst of editing one of them. Hopefully it's good.
Awesome.
But it's kind of a surprise. It may turn out to not ever come to fruition. We'll
just
find
go
out.
for it. Shoot for the stars.
Yeah.
Actually, shoot for the moon if you miss. Crap, got the phrase wrong. It's gonna fail now.
What kind of money do you think you're gonna make out of that?
Honestly, one of my friends who started up a brand new channel a month ago is making $200 a month right now, and he just started. I'm not in it for the money by any means.
No.
But if I could get a little bit just to like pay for like a computer upgrade and stuff like that, that'd be really cool.
That's crazy.
It's not something I'm actively pursuing right now. I'm just trying to increase my audience base, especially with our League of Legends series, which is a lot of fun, and that's why I want to try and get more people involved. Because more people that are involved, the better it is.
That's good. The League of Legends stuff continues to be good stuff. I just, no offense to your cold casts, because you guys do a fantastic job of doing the announcing, but I really wish you could get into some better matches.
Yeah, we do too. Like that's the main goal. By expanding the audience, I figure, okay, if we do this, we can get a much wider range of skill. Because like sometimes watching newbie games can be funny, and other times just like, oh man, this
it can be
game sucks.
Yeah,
and like that's our game 16 that I'm actually sitting on right now. Like I could put it out, but it's just really not that good. And I'm like,
right. I don't remember if it was 14 or 15 that I watched that it was kind of like one side rolled the other
15,
with Cassidon.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man.
Like, our announcing that game was really good, but like the game,
Yeah.
I was like, wow, the game's over, and that was like 22 minutes long.
That's exactly what I was, because you posted it and tweeted it, and I was like, it's only 22 minutes long? Holy crap.
So that is our main goal right now. It's like, we're really trying to find people. Not that we don't like having all people involved, we do, but if we had some higher skill level players, it gives us a wider range of games we can put up. Because like putting up a lower level one is perfectly fine, and it helps teach people stuff, which is great. Mm-hmm. But I also really want to get diversity of like higher level games where we can really, get into it and enjoy it a lot more. So it's still an ongoing process, but I feel like the more we do, hopefully the bigger we'll get and the better the final product will be. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Cool. Yeah, because I am like totally balls deep into the League of Legends stuff, because I've been watching streams and tournaments and...
Gonna go pro?
No, fuck no.
Join American League and get in that Curse Invitational?
No. Nowhere near that. I'm only like
LG Providence?
I'm like only level 15 for crying out loud. 16 maybe? I don't know, but I'm still ways off from even knowing half of that game. But it's fun, so... but just a side note, that's really all I've been playing. I did actually get into the Super Monday Night Combat Invitational beta thingy, whatever you want to call it.
I need to play that game.
That is pretty great.
Is it?
It's man, it just feels different than regular Monday Night Combat. It's not. It's like the exact. It's so weird to try to like explain it. I need to play more of it, but I've been playing so much League of Legends. But it's so much the same as what Monday Night Combat was.
Mm-hmm.
But something about it's different. I don't know what they did with it, but it feels a lot more almost strategic than Monday Night Combat did.
In a good way or bad way?
Probably in a good way, but at the same time, I think that I don't know if the announcer's just not speaking as much, or if it's the fact that you're in these like really different locales than you were.
Does it just not have that like Super Bowl feeling?
It doesn't have that big esports. You're in like this big competition sort of feeling. It feels more gamey than the other one did. The other one felt like you were almost playing a sport. Like you were embedded into this futuristic sport. I totally get you. Yeah, I'm not getting that from Super Monday Night Combat nearly as much, but I think the game is better.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I'm really but at the same time, I like and dislike. Just as I like and dislike the changes they've made with that end of it, I also like and dislike the changes that they've made with like. It seems like they're really pulling a lot from League of Legends with, okay, the game's going to be free, but you only get these people that you can use, and you can, as you play games and win or lose, you get a certain amount of points that you can use to buy these guys and upgrades, and it's that whole monetization system that League of Legends has is being ported over to Monday Night Combat.
And the game itself is also free, right?
Yeah, I believe they've said, it's going to be totally free to play. It's straight up what you think of how League of Legends is with you can buy points so that you can buy this, like you can pay money for points or you can just play the game and get points. It's that whole same exact system. So
yeah.
I'd like to see where they go with it, like see if they do a thing like League of Legends and do skins and like that, but it makes me wonder like how much harder is it to develop like a new character for that versus like how fast the people at Riot do with League of Legends, because crap, man, Riot's pumping out like a new champion every couple of weeks.
They always do though, and honestly, like most of the time when Riot pumps out a new champion for like a week or two, they're kind of overpowered, and then they get nerfed back a little bit, which makes sense because you want people to buy the new characters, so you make them a little strong. But I mean, that's the same thing in most games, and also that reminds me. It's pretty similar to like the Tribes beta. Have you gotten into that yet?
Nope.
Okay, because it's the same exact system. I've been playing a little bit of Tribes, and they're doing the same thing. Like you can get classes and weapons and upgrades for free, or you can pay money to get them instantly rather than like playing games. So it seems like a lot of games are starting to adapt that model. And I actually like that model because if you work for it, it's free.
I do totally like the model, but I'm worried that too many games are going to start doing it, and there's going to be a lot of games that aren't
worth it.
Aren't worth putting the time or money into it for it. So, but we'll see how it goes. Brian?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of interesting stuff to talk about either. I've been playing Skyrim pretty much nonstop. I guess I talked about it on the Missing podcast, so I'll talk about it quickly. They released the high-res texture pack a couple of weeks ago, and they released the on Steam. They in the Steam Workshop, they've got it set up for all of the add-ons and mods. And so downloading lots of mods to improve the look, and the high-res texture pack is great. And actually, another cool thing is that a couple of days ago, Skyrim tweeted that the new drivers for NVIDIA cards have been tweaked to give up to a 44% increase in performance.
Oh my gosh.
In Skyrim.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. So, I loaded that up as well, and it's running like a dream. And
so, if I got a Radeon card,
you're screwed.
Aw.
Yeah. Well, how was it? Yeah, how was it running before?
It was fine. And actually, you know what? It was fine with my old video card, and I've not even played it with my new one yet, so I'm sure it would be flawless. So
yeah, they did an amazing job with that. So just working my way. I'm almost level 30 again, which is I deleted all of my my old saves. I wanted to start fresh, and I didn't want to have that sort of that tempting, like, where I'm slogging it through, in the 12th level and going, well, I'll just go back to one of my old characters. Mm-hmm. So I just deleted it all and started again, and I'm glad I did. I'm having lots of fun. So
cool, man.
Looking forward to some DLC from those guys. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, how much DLC are they really going to have to make with all the mods and stuff?
Well, actually, they also announced a couple of weeks back that they're planning on really like a substantial amount of DLC. Wow. And they're going to support it with like they want it to be more like expansion packs than just little sort of 3-hour, 4-hour little things like they did for what was the other game? Yeah, no, not Oblivion.
Fallout.
Yeah, for Fallout. They want it to be a little bit more substantial than the stuff they did for Fallout.
That game's already substantial. It's gonna be a novel. Probably already is a novelized. I bet you someone's made a novelization of Skyrim. It's like longer than
in Skyrim.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The
you
mod.
got the books. You got
My
all those
Adventures in
books,
Skyrim.
right?
In Skyrim.
Yep.
Yo,
So,
dog, I heard you like Skyrim.
Speaking of dogs, I just got this weird quest from a dog that talks.
Oh, right.
In Skyrim. The weird thing is he's got a New York accent.
Sweet.
I honestly felt like I was a little bit on drugs.
He's a
I was
dirty
like,
dog.
did I download this as a mod or something? What the hell is going on?
Did you download the Space?
Space Core! Woo!
The Space Core mod?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Such a good mod.
Yeah, I'm not. I want to sort of stay in
in that universe.
Yeah. It's cute, but I don't want it to.
It's really cool. At least all you really have to do is watch the video a little bit, and that's probably enough.
Yeah.
But cool, man. And I think we will move on to a quick bit of news.
Good news, multiplayers!
Just real fast, I don't have a lot of news, but the one that popped up the other day that I thought was pretty interesting was that it was announced that Guild Wars 2 is going to be on the consoles. Maybe. ArenaNet said that they were going to port that over to the consoles sometime after the PC version is released.
I think that's a smart idea.
They did that with, or at least they said they were going to do that with DC Universe Online, and they just kind of didn't, right?
Well, it was on PS3.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad.
Yep.
What was there was some MMO. It was like Age of Conan or something.
Age of Conan, I think they
said. Is that what it was?
Yeah, and then everything went tits up for him, so...
Yeah, I'm hoping that this one does happen. I think that'd be a really cool console game. I could see it.
Could be. Well, and there's a limited number of skills that you can have at any time, so it might
So it
work
would actually
out.
make sense in the control scheme. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. It'd be cool.
I maybe sitting playing Guild Wars 2. I mean, if they keep it free to play, like after you buy the box.
Yeah.
Keep the servers optimized for what is it? WVWVW? Is that what it's called?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Their
Me neither.
PvP. The realm versus realm.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
It's
I thought
WVWVW.
you were getting into some like internet protocol stuff.
No.
I'm like,
I just want to make sure I had the right acronym. But just for their PvP, like I think if they keep the servers optimized, it could work. I don't know if they're going to do. Have they said anything about cross, like between PC and console?
I don't believe they have.
That'd be really.
I don't want to say yes and be wrong. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's put
fuck it. I'll say I'll be wrong. Yeah, they said they're gonna have cross.
They
PC.
totally said it, man.
Yeah,
it's right there in big bold letters. It's definitely happening. Paz his promise.
Yeah, Paz isn't here to promise that shit, but he's doing it anyways.
Pretty difficult to do, though. I think, given I think that the competitiveness between the two would be.
I don't think they're gonna be able to. Because the PC people are just gonna sit there and type to him all day. You can't fucking type, can you?
It's the future, man.
But Rare has a bit of news.
Oh yeah, I just saw it on Steam a couple days ago, and I'm sure some other people did also with the little news pop up. But Fallen Earth is free to play, and apparently it has been for a while, and I just kind of missed that. So.
Yep. But you can get it through Steam.
Yeah.
I didn't know that actually.
You can get it through Steam for a while. I just didn't know it was free to play, and then
Actually,
Steam's like, "Hey, by the way, you should know this." game.
Yeah, I knew it went free to play because I was tempted for about 0.7 seconds to download it, and then I remembered, oh, it's kind of janky. But no, man, the crafting in that game, love the crafting.
Crafting that game is nuts. I made my own
So
motorcycle,
good.
and I was like, I feel so achieved right now.
And
Woohoo!
I'm digging through all this trash. It's so much fun.
Yep, going dumpster diving, getting some scrap plastic. Gonna
Man,
be tired.
that was so fun. But yeah, since it's free, maybe someday I'll download it, but I don't have the hard drive space right now.
If you've never played it, I'd say it's at least worth an initial look. Because it is certainly a different cut of cloth.
Oh, yeah. I heard the PvP can get nuts in that game, so...
In big numbers, yeah, but it's still
Right.
kind of janky if you like most streamlined combat systems. A little janky.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll move on to our last segment.
Echo 3 to Echo 7. Ano, buddy, do you read me?
Couple quick things. First, there was a quick bit of news that popped up on Massively, of all places. You wouldn't think that they would have MMO news. Huh. Go figure. I thought it was always just people bitching about stuff. Anyways, as apparently there was a few SWTOR developers.
Thread about multiplaying. You get so much hate mail.
Nah, it's fine. I don't care.
DDoS your website.
I don't care. Whatever. Anyways, some Star Wars: The Old Republic devs that were leaving BioWare to make an indie game. First, that sounds kind of bad. Oh shit, what's happening?
The end is nigh. Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh no.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. The devs are making indie games up in here.
But apparently the people that are leaving were in like artist roles and like concept stuff. So and
lead combat dev.
Yeah, the lead combat dev, which that sounds kind of bad, but most of their work's pretty much done. So it kind of makes sense that they would be leaving. If not, I mean, it's kind of news that they're making an indie game together, but we'll see what that is. I'm actually kind of interested in what they're going to do together.
It said it was going to be like a role-playing, turn-based strategy hybrid. I think that's what it said.
We'll find out, but
I don't know.
Fret not, SWTOR fans. The game is still doing well. I'm curious to see some the next round of sales figures and see how many people are, like, after another month or two, how many people stick around. But speaking of people not sticking around, segue into you two assholes. Yeah, Brian and Rare are leaving the guild.
Well,
not leaving the guild, but they're leaving the game.
I hate you, man. I never want to see you again.
Let me restate that. But yeah, it's what's
all
up,
right.
guys? I totally understand. Rare, you had tons of issues not being able to even log into the game for a while.
I mean, I was out of the game for a good 23 days, and then they finally gave me my time back. And I was like, you know what? Like, I got so much other stuff going on now that I just... It's not that I don't want to play, because I like the game, and I don't have anything against the game, but now that I've basically completed the story, I really don't have an interest in raiding, because I've been there, done that with World of Warcraft, and it's just boss fight, loot, and that's great.
Right.
People like that, but it's just not for me. So for now, I'm going to unsub for a little while, maybe come back in like a month or two with new story updates, which are great, and I love it, but until then, I'm just kind of going to go the wayside for a little bit.
My I have not been playing the game as much, but it's not because I don't like the game. It was kind of two-part, and I actually have a blog post I'll be putting up about it. But I had not been really enjoying the PvP, but that was a very small part of it. My bigger reasoning for not playing lately has just been I can't think of another character that I even want to give a crap to play other than the smuggler. I'm level 36, I think I'm just very close to 37, and I don't want to get to 50 yet. Because I know if I get to 50, if there's not more stuff that comes out before then, I might not play at all.
Yeah, the replayability, I think, for a lot of people, they're having a problem with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting. I kind of personally want some other people that I play with, and it's kind of happening already since I have been playing the past couple weeks, but people that I play with in the guild that I want them to kind of get ahead of me because I was ahead of them, and then it's like, oh yeah, I get to play catch up now, and see what happens with that. So, but when I do get on, I still enjoy the hell out of it though.
Yeah, it's not a bad game, but I think most of us kind of saw it coming with like, okay, this is, no offense to BioWare, this is not a slight edit by any means, but it's basically a single player RPG. And then once you finish that, you're like, okay, this is really fun, but I'm just going to go now.
They give you lots of opportunity to group up, and if you're inclined to do that, then I think they've done a good job of making that available. But at the same time, I think the path of least the path of least resistance kind of leads you to doing single player stuff, and it also really lends itself almost too well to single player, and you get sucked in to just kind of ignoring everything else, including all of the flashpoints and all that kind of. I mean, I can't remember how many times I've seen people talking about the game and saying I played the first flashpoint and didn't play another one until I had reached level cap, which is just nuts. But for me, it like, I had already started out not wanting to really play the game, and then when I did kind of get sucked into it, it was because of the story, and then just what happened was after like level 15, maybe 20, the story just became less and less compelling, and the grind, to me at least, felt like more and more and more. I got to Alderaan, and it was just like, ugh, another planet.
I didn't like Alderaan.
It's not so much grindy. It's just like the problem is the story missions. I don't think they're necessarily too spread out, but once you've gotten to 50, I have absolutely no desire to go back to planets like Voss and do all those quests again, nor do I want to level up through PvP, because it's head against wall a lot of times.
The side missions can get a little
It's
dry.
Basically just,
the story missions are fantastic, though.
They're really good, and I want to experience the other ones, but I don't feel like putting in the time investment to level up my character through all the other stuff.
Yep.
So that's kind of why I'm only playing my Jedi Knight, and now I'm just going to wait for more story content to come.
That's cool.
And I got to say, and I know I'm going to get lots of, well, if we got mail, there would be lots of...
I even checked. Fuck you people.
Oh, man. There will be lots of hate mail for this. I think that Blizzard does a much better job with story and working them into quests than they've done here. Like, especially if you've played any of the last, 2 expansion packs for WoW. Why do they call it expansion packs? Jesus Christ. Anyway, if you play those, I think that they're just a lot better integrated, and I feel like the quests, there's some novelty to them. There's I don't know, they just feel a little bit more involving to me, at least.
I think it kind of varies from planet to planet, because some Nar Shaddaa I really liked. Like, the entire planet was just cool because it had a theme. It's a criminal planet, and all the time, you get backstabbed, and there's espionage, and that was really cool. And then you go to Tatooine, and you're like, okay, it's dry.
Yeah.
Now what? And then you get bored. So
desert planets are the worst.
Yeah,
any kind of desert scene kills a game for me.
Because there's always gonna be that one quest where it's like, hey, there's hidden treasure in the desert. You're like, wow, I didn't see that coming.
Yep.
You're just thinking Ion right now, aren't you?
Exactly.
Yeah, a little bit.
They start you out in that beautiful, lush, tropical zone,
or the really cool dark forest, and then both of them go to deserts.
Exactly, and then you spend the rest of your time in deserts because that's easy stuff to make. So, anyway.
But there was all those bones.
Oh, wow. And lava. That's cool after about 20 minutes, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, we'll miss you
game,
guys. Yeah. We'll miss you.
Just going to leave for now.
We'll miss you.
Bye.
Bye. We're going to end the show on that sad, sad note.
Bye forever.
Unless Brian has a story to tell us, which I
no.
Yeah, pull it out of your ass, buddy.
I'm sorry, what's that?
You had some good stories in the lost episodes, but they're gone now.
No.
I don't even remember what it was.
I'll have to get a little more drunk to have them come back to me.
So stay tuned for episode whatever when Brian is back and boozed up.
Well, gentlemen, no point in hanging around this dump any longer.
Wait! Where are you going? I was going to make espresso.
Show's over, folks.
You can't go. All the plants are going to die.
Take off, eh?
Thanks for listening to Multiplaying, the companion podcast at multiplaying.net. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to multiplaying@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes and visit our website at www.multiplaying.net.
We've made a lot of friends, shared a lot of laughs, often at the expense of others.
I think some people are going to be upset.
Let me just close this conversation by saying you are one unique individual.
Thank you and good night.